Jay, I'll start with Nat 5. Is there do you think it's a serious consideration that you play him in the waffle? Like, how much do you weigh that up?
Yeah, it's serious consideration. Yep, he's he hasn't played footy for a long time now. He's coming off serious shoulder injury, but also multiple other little niggles, and really the decision will come down to what gives Nathan the best opportunity to get back to his best form, and finish off the year strongly, and set him up for the second half of the season. That's a consideration. We need to have a look at him this week to be able to make that final call.
So what sort of things do you weigh up with that decision? Does it come down to sports science, or does Nat know best?
I lean on all those things. So obviously how much work he's done, the intensity of the work he's done, and the confidence level of Nat himself, and where he sees himself in his preparation and his preparedness to play, AFL footy, and 80 minutes of, or 80% of AFL footy as well. So there's a lot of factors that come into it, but no one knows Nathan's body better than Nathan, so he'll have a fair say in where he starts his footy.
What sort of response have you had from your players to the weekend's reality check?
Yeah, they're really disappointed. We've just got some players who are lacking a little bit of confidence and dropped in form at the moment. And we need to get them back to their best as quick as we can. So that started yesterday and continued today. And I think our players have a real clear understanding now of what our best footy is and how each of them can contribute to it.
Hey Justin, what's your reaction to the Sam Sulkowski verdict from last night?
Yeah, disappointing. We're going to be missing Sam for 2 weeks. He's an important part of the way we play. He's been in really good form, and Sam said after the hearing that he was disappointed in his actions and let his emotions and competitiveness get in the way of his clear thinking. So he's disappointed. He feels like he's going to let the team down. Or he has let the team down, and nothing more we can add really. We accept the tribunal's decision and we move on.
So what are the options you're sort of working through to replace him for the next fortnight?
There's a lot. So I probably won't get into selection too much here. We've probably picked an extra forward last week anyway, so try and get one of those forwards up to fulfil his role. We'll have a look at the waffle form again and see what our best fit is, but probably look to replace within the team at this stage.
So where's someone like Sam Sturt at? I think he kicked 3 on the weekend for Peel.
Yeah. I know he kicked 3, and I know he's been hitting the scoreboard, but he's not playing to the intensity we need at the moment. And like all these players, we want them to come into the AFL side and impact and contribute, and we don't want them just to come in for 1 week and then out. So Sam just hasn't got back to the intensity levels that he was at before the injuries he's had. So we're working with him on that. We're seeing some improvement. And we just need to see it more consistently. He's well aware of that.
And just on the reality check, and you're obviously saying players were getting ahead of themselves. What do you think is sort of the balance there? Because I'm sure you'd like to, in some sense, feed off that positive energy you got on that winning streak. But do you think you sort of learn from this period if you were to go on another run in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. These are all great experiences for all our players to make sure that, it doesn't matter whether you win a couple or lose a couple, you keep the foot on the pedal and keep trying to learn, improve, move on. I think there's been a number of factors over the last couple of weeks that hasn't helped. I think we look at the amount of ins and outs we've had over the last 3 weeks has probably led to a bit of an unsettled team, and the guys that missed through COVID probably haven't come back into the form that they would have liked, some players in particular. And we've just had so much disruption to our forward line, so we need to just settle our team down again and get some continuity and and get our form back first and foremost. So well, all we can do now is look forward and try and regain the cohesion we had prior to the last couple of weeks.
Do you lose anyone to health and safety protocols at this stage, Justin?
No, mate. No, we're all good.